Howdy and welcome back to Celebrating Vintage Model Kits. So while I'm waiting for the Hellcat to dry, some parts that I'm doing need to sit overnight, I think, to make sure they're really good and secure. I'm going to work on this Hawk Thunderstreak, the F-84F. It's a kit reviewed a few months back, and what had kept me from building it was the decals were pretty yellowed. So I did the trick of putting them out in the sunlight, and they cleared them up pretty good. Just a little bit of yellow left on there. So I think they're good enough to try using on this kit. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this sucker together. It should be a pretty quick build. Not too much to it. It's one of the real early Hawk kits. Real nice plan on the back. Suitable for framing. 1956. So I'm going to get started on this and see how this comes out. Okay, so we got the fuselage together here. Fits pretty well. There's not a lot of flash on this kit. The bottom didn't quite line up perfectly. Yeah, the top lines up pretty well. Real smooth fit. Not much of a seam line at all. But down across the bottom it was a little off. So trim that down a little bit. Shape the intake a little bit better since it was slightly off. There was kind of these lips or edges that were there. So kind of just went in there and cleaned it out a little bit, kind of rounded out, and help that up. I'm choosing not to put the pilot that they give you with it, because this pilot certainly doesn't look like a jet pilot. He looks more like a World War I, World War II aviator. And so I'm going to not put the pilot in there. Did glue the stand together, and I'm deciding to do a gear up on it. I didn't like the 1,000 rockets that this thing has on it, so a couple of the tabs had already been broken off, so I trimmed off the other ones, smoothed them down. But I do have these holes in the wing for the landing gear, and there's also a hole in the nose for the front gear. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue those into place and then cut them off. So that way it fills in those holes a little bit. I'm just going to be leaving this in the bare plastic, so it's going to be as good as it's going to be. But let's see here, the fit on the wing joint's pretty good. So there's our one side, and there's our other. It's not too bad. So that'll be the next step here. I'm going to plug those holes with the landing gears, and then get the wings on. And like I said, there's not much to this kit at all. So especially since I'm going to eliminate a couple of the parts to it, and then just kind of go from there. Okay, so we got the wings on. Plugged the holes on the bottom with the landing gear, and then cut them off, and painted the cockpit area there, exhaust area here. So I'm going to do a little bit more trim painting. I think the nose, looking at the box cover, which I'm going to kind of go off of. I'm going to put a red nose, looks like a yellow tip stripe on there. And then it'll be time for some decals. So, there's not much to this kit, of course. So pretty quick and simple. And then I'll be putting it on the stand, so it'll look all nice and spiffy. There we go. All right. So the decals went down pretty well. Not too bad for 70-year-old decals. A little bit of shadowing on the clear areas. Canopy painted. And got it sitting on the stand. Use the Hawk and Thunderstreak decals on here. Only problem with the decals, man, once you put them down, moving them around was extremely difficult. So these anti-glare panels, being huge decals, did my best to try to get them as straight as I could, but unfortunately, once all these decals were down, moving them was almost impossible. So those aren't quite as nice as I would like them, but overall pretty good. So, you know, it kind of looks like an old manufacturer's display model from the 50s. So, pretty pleased with the way it came out. Well, hopefully you enjoyed watching this quick little build. We'll continue to include some of these mixed in with our kit reviews. And I think the next one up is going to be one of those Hawk plated aluminum plated kits. I've got a P51, similar to that P47 that we did a review on. The box is pretty trashed, no decals, missing a couple of parts and stuff, so I'm not going to do a review on the kit, but I'm going to do the build on it and see how that chrome-plated or aluminum-plated kit looks when it's all put together. So be looking out for that for the next build video. Well, thanks for watching, and have yourself a great rest of your day.